know her for her modeling career, her spot in the White House, and of course, as the president's daughter. Ivanka Trump, whether it's for her fashion line or politics, is constantly in the news. We can tell her life as a successful businesswoman is quite busy. Despite her ultra-packed schedule, the first daughter and her husband, Jared Kushner, still managed to raise 3 children. But what's Ivanka really like as a mother? We found these photos that may show a whole new side to her you've never seen. 1. She loves traditions and celebrates them with her children. Her father might be a devout Christian, but after marrying Jared, Ivanka totally embraced Jared's Jewish traditions. In this Instagram photo, the happy family of 5 poses in front of a menorah while lighting the candles. And from the looks of the messy table, it seems the kids were having some fun decorating and getting festive. It leaked Daily Notes Ivanka has called her practice in Judaism such a personal thing, and she says it creates an amazing blueprint for family connectivity. Next, this is how the Kushner family loves to spend their weekends. 2. She prioritizes weekends for family time, but the weekdays are all for work. Though Ivanka loves motherhood, it's not for the faint of heart. Romper reports her busy schedule leaves her exhausted 90% of the time, she said in the past. So when it comes to the weekends, that's when she spends the most time with her kids. Ivanka tells people her and Jared work really hard during the week and we really prioritize weekends for just being sort of reconnecting as a family. It's very seldom that we'll have a commitment on a Saturday or a Sunday. Here, it looks like the family's taking a road trip. They may have been out to their country home to get away from the city for a while. Next, this is the one thing Ivanka loves to do with her kids. 3. Ivanka absolutely loves cooking with Jared and the rest of her fam. Not only does Ivanka love her traditions, but she also adores cooking with her family. Here, the mother of 3 is seen with her son, Joseph, on his 4th birthday. The two are playfully eating spaghetti, and it's not the first time we've seen Ivanka eating home-cooked meals with her kids. As she writes on Twitter, "Every weekend I cook Friday night dinner with my family." And she tells people she specializes in desserts now due to her daughter's sweet tooth. Next, the most important meal of the day is most important for different reasons in Ivanka's house. 4. She makes sure to eat breakfast with her family. Breakfast is family time for Ivanka, her husband, and their children. It is a time for everyone to discuss what their day looks like before going to work or school. Starting the day together as a family and chatting over breakfast before we all head off in different directions is the most important part of her morning, according to Ivanka. Next, she knows exactly when and where she'll be with her family. 5. Time with her kids is strictly scheduled, just like everything else in her life. There isn't much spontaneity in Ivanka's life, and that goes for family time, too. Redbook explains in her book, Women Who Work, she breaks down how much time she spends with her kids down to the minute. Each day, she plays cards with Joseph for 20 minutes. With Arabella, she schedules in dates to the library and reads 2 books per day to her. And with little Theodore, she gives him 2 to 3 of his bottles and puts him to bed each night. This image of Ivanka and her kids might look spontaneous, but due to her regimented nature, we now know better. Next, Ivanka and her daughter have a very special bond. 6. Ivanka may give Arabella a little bit of extra girl time. There's nothing quite like the bond between mother and daughter, and this is particularly true for Ivanka and Arabella. This photo is just one of the many that shows the special connection the two have. Even when Arabella was just 2 years old, Ivanka would set special time aside to have a lunch date with her daughter. "She is my most important lunch meeting of the week," she told people. Ivanka also thinks instilling self-confidence in young girls is extremely important. As she tells Fit Pregnancy, self-confidence is probably the most important thing you can facilitate. Next, this is why Ivanka always tries to make it home by 4 p.m. 7. Early evenings are crucial to Ivanka. "The most important time for me is really between 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., when I can get home," Ivanka told Harper's Bazaar. Ivanka goes to great lengths to make sure she's home in the evenings. For example, she takes early flights, read, 6 a.m., so she's back home at 4 p.m. to see her kids. When Ivanka gets home, she gets her younger kids ready for bed, then spends time with Arabella. Next, Ivanka may be one of the busiest people in America. 8. Her life as a mother and entrepreneur is hectic, but she loves it that way. Yes, Ivanka lives a busy lifestyle, but this mom wouldn't have it any other way. Even in this photo, We see her preparing for an event with her young son hiding under her dress. Any moment she can multitask between business and her personal life, she'll do just that. Ivanka also thinks being a mother has also made her more efficient. I can get things done in a lot less time, she tells Fit Pregnancy. I look back 5 years ago, and I think, what did I do with all that time? She says even during the rare moments she gets to herself, having a hectic lifestyle is way more fun. Next, will Ivanka push her kids into politics in the future? 9. She wants to nurture her children's natural abilities. Ivanka chose to pursue politics and business endeavors, but that doesn't mean she's going to push her children to do the same. As she tells Fit Pregnancy, she wants her children to have fun and explore all of their options. I think being outdoors in the fresh air and playing sports is the stuff of childhood, and that's very important, she says, which is also clear in this photo. The mom mentions she'd love for her kids to explore music, too, especially because she never stuck with the piano herself. Whatever the Kushner kids end up doing, we're sure they'll be well supported by their mother. Next, she uses this strategy to not overwhelm her kids. 10. She doesn't want to overwhelm her kids. Ivanka makes breakfast simple for her kids on weekdays. They can choose Greek yogurt or fancy oatmeal with lots of toppings. Breakfast for Ivanka herself is more of a mystery. Maybe she makes meals from her website. Ivanka gives her kids only 2 choices for breakfast because she wants to protect them from decision fatigue. This is when one person makes so many decisions they eventually have difficulty making any decisions at all, according to the New York Times. Having her kids choose only between yogurt and oatmeal doesn't drain their mental energy, thereby saving their reserves for more important decisions. Next, how Ivanka makes this all possible. 11. Ivanka starts her day early to make it all happen. Her alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. every morning, Ivanka told My Morning Routine. She tries not to hit snooze, and for good reason. Ivanka likes to do as much as she can before her kids get up at 7 a.m. The time before my children get up is my time to get ready for the day.